Hey guys, welcome back. Thanks for tuning in. This is episode 2, interview 1, and we're getting acquainted with Shanté Manning. Shanté is a positive person within the community who has a lot of great things to say, and she's offering free game. She learned how to make money from her 9 to 5 job, and I think that's worth tuning into. So, you guys watch and let me know what you think. So, first up, can you explain the tagline, I sell sneakers, not dreams?
So I Sell Sneakers Not Dreams came in 2012 during some Concord 11s. And somebody wanted the hookup as usual.
Yeah.
And I told them I sell sneakers, not dreams.
So,
And it stuck.
so was that like your way, like, nah, you can't get the discount, or like,
It was like when we have releases, I can't promise anybody anything. I'll
Right.
help as much as I can, but I'm not gonna promise you anything.
Right. That's dope. I still need a shirt.
I got
Still
you.
need a shirt. Can you tell me a little bit about your creative process? Because I think that's cool how just from that, like that one little scenario, like you didn't build like a whole brand. You know what I mean? And same thing for me, just drinking a lot of tea from being sick, and now it's my whole name, and I got like a whole little world around it. So,
Well, that's good though, because this was like a natural progression.
mhm.
It went from me saying it to like hashtag on Instagram.
Yeah. So
I moved locations, and when people would go there, they would say my hashtag, because this originally wasn't my Instagram name.
oh yeah, okay.
So when I started getting recognized off of social media, that's what people would say. So I just changed it over, and bam.
You just went with it. No, I mean that's cool. I think that it's better when it's not planned. It's just natural.
Yeah.
That's something that I'm learning, because I normally, like, I used to have like a bunch of lists and stuff, like, okay, it's gonna be this and that, and let's just say it's nothing like that, obviously.
Yeah.
But yeah, I think that's pretty cool.
Yeah, but it's good to have lists. Like, I write stuff down.
Yeah.
Like, you see my poster board.
Yeah. Yeah.
I write stuff down that I want to do. And then when I get up in the morning, I look at it, so I know I have to do something on that list. And it either works or it doesn't. I scratch it out or put some more bullet points under it to keep on going. So, yeah.
I'm definitely learning, like, with the just letting it flow, because you can think it's going one way, and it takes you a whole different route.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Oh, yeah.
Did you see this?
No.
Ian?
No, not at all. I didn't think that I would. I also like host panels at sneaker shows. I host sneaker shows. None of the stuff that I'm doing right now, I didn't see it.
It wasn't playing.
I just wanted people to know what they were asking for.
Yeah.
That's what it was, because I couldn't. The thing about it was, I couldn't expect people that are not in my circle, sneakerheads, release dates, textures, when he wore this, who wore this in an all-star game, and then somebody else comes in, and you look at them crazy, but you got to realize they don't know that stuff.
Yeah.
So if you want to be hip, I help you to it.
Yeah. Now, I'm gonna go somewhere with that, but I want to elaborate on what you said before, because I want you to know I only put on these shoes because I knew I was coming to do this interview. Because I was gonna wear some Crocs. So yeah, I'm like, let me go ahead and throw on the shoes. But yeah, I definitely don't know nothing about that. I don't know what a Concord 11 is. I just know it's a Jordan shoe, I think. So yeah, I'm like, so you definitely help me out with that. But in your Instagram bio, I noticed it says, was it culture cultivator?
Mm-hmm.
Now I know what that means, but you want to go into a little bit of why you claimed that title and what it means.
Well, to be a culture cultivator is that you add value to your culture.
Yeah.
You, your little bit in some type of way contributes to a whole culture of people or a community of, whatever you like. It could be sneakers, it could be apparel, it could be movies and editing, journalism.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? You're valued there.
Yeah, I definitely think everybody has a purpose, whether they know the impact of it, you know what I mean, how big or how small, but you're not just put her to mean nothing and do nothing for nobody, you know what I mean?
Right.
So I definitely think that's cool. Do you agree or disagree that your environment can motivate and inspire you?
I both agree and disagree.
Okay, neutral.
Because what's for you is for you.
Mm-hmm.
And sometimes the vision that you have, people can, if you give them too much of it,
Mm-hmm.
they can help deter you from it.
Yeah.
Because you have to be your number one fan, because you know what you see. Sometimes I know I have it. I can't explain what's in my head.
It's just up there and you know it.
It's up there.
Yeah.
And you don't need people to be like, nah, you can't do that. You know, in this time and age, it's a pandemic. You're not supposed to be doing this. And,
Mm-hmm.
you know, people are dying. And it's a guilt factor, but at the same time, you have to have some type of support system.
Yeah.
Because I do it by myself, but I have a network of people.
Yeah. Yeah.
And networking is so important.
It is.
Because when you, let's say I have like 10 friends and they all do something different in the sneaker community.
Right.
I have to be able to go to one and say, look, we're not getting this sneaker in this store. I need my size.
Yeah.
What's up? What I need to do?
Right.
So that's why I don't challenge other retailers.
Yeah.
I make friends.
Yeah.
I've been in the other stores sitting down and like, don't you work at? Yes, I do.
I'm Shanté.
Right.
Yeah.
You come see me, yeah, I got that at my store. Or, you know, we got a sneaker show coming up or anything.
As far as the networking, that's one thing that I'm definitely learning. Networking is power.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? But as far as environment, I get what you're saying. I'm kind of neutral too, but I kind of like to ask. You know what I mean? Because one of the main goals and focus of this is for people to know that you're not the only one in your situation.
Yeah.
And so somewhere in there, out of them views, it's gonna be one person to be like, okay, I'm going through the same thing.
Yeah.
How does this relate to me? You're okay, this relates to me, and let me take this route. And so that was definitely something, because I'm gonna be honest with y'all. For a long time, when it comes to Shanté, I didn't realize how dope she is. You know what I mean? And how creative she is. And so I'm just like, wow. So I had to take a step back, which is why I also wanted her to be my first interview, because she's been doing this for a long time.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I've known her for a long time, so I'm like, I got to get up with her. But, that I'm also saying that so that even if everybody don't see it, you know what I mean? Even if everybody don't believe in you in the beginning, keep going.
Yeah.
Obviously. You know what I mean? Here we are. I didn't expect to sell a book, have a blog, or a vlog.
Yeah.
And here she is. You know what I mean? So that's why I thought you were the perfect fit, and I thought this one would be really, really important.
Yeah.
So I just wanted you to tell you that. We gonna get all sentimental, you know what I mean? But yeah, I had to give her roses, her flowers, as y'all say. But yeah. I'm gonna jump right into the next question, y'all. Okay. Can you describe the feeling you had from selling your first product? Because I know you got shirts, stickers, and things like that. Like, could you go into a little bit about, this here, obviously, and the shirts and stuff? Could you explain that feeling?
So this started off as maybe like a misinfo of sneaker releases, what was coming out. Then I went into sneaker shows.
Right.
So when I would go to the sneaker shows and host some of the panels, people would be like, do you have any product? No, I didn't have any product.
Yeah.
So I just did it.
Yeah.
I contacted somebody I knew that did t-shirts, asked the price, got a mock-up, and did it.
Yeah.
And I sold out of all of my shirts.
Yeah.
I sold out of most of my shirts before the actual sneaker show, because the point was, to unveil them there.
Yeah, you want them to show up with your shirt. Right?
Cash Apps was like, yeah, I need my size now. I'll wait, I'm coming, but, I need my stuff now. So I was like, okay.
Cool.
Yeah, I'm not mad at it.
One thing I wanted to point out, I don't know if you guys can see it. If we lean back a bit, I've been wondering. So is this a shoelace?
Yes, it is.
Creative, dope. This is what I mean. And I know I'm like, this is a shoelace. It's I sell sneakers, not dreams.
Yeah.
And it's made out of a shoelace.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So that's pretty cool. That's pretty dope. Everything you do, whether you launch a business or you go off and do a project, not to say this in a bad way, it's actually positive to me. Everybody stumbles.
Mhm.
So, what's a stumbling or failure that you had, and what did you learn from it? Because I feel like that's something that when you get up here,
Mhm.
that's what you think, like, that's what motivated you, like, okay, keep going. You know what I mean? And some people take a break and they come back to it, but I feel like that's what you think about and it makes you go harder.
Yeah.
So, what was yours?
I don't think I've had a total failure.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it don't have to be a failure, but
But it what I thought, my original plan of how things go,
Mhm.
it didn't go like that, and then it didn't go as fast as I would like to go.
Yeah.
Sometimes you just think, well, I'm just stuck. I'm stuck in something.
Mm-hmm.
And sometimes you just need to sit and think, reiterate.
Yeah.
And sometimes I had to learn to do this every couple of months. Sit down, go back and see what you accomplished.
Yeah.
Because sometimes you don't even notice, wow, I actually did A, B, C, D,
Yeah.
E, F, G.
Yeah.
And I'm thinking, dang, I'm mad because I ain't at Z yet. But I've actually accomplished all of these things.
Through.
Right.
Yeah.
So, yeah, I think it's just wanting it to go faster.
Well, I definitely was at that point. And I'm like, what can I do? But, the way you explained it was perfect because, you do all of this stuff and a lot of times we beat ourselves up.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And then you have to take a step back. So you do it and you're like, okay, I'm really doing it. Let me put my crown back on, you know what I mean? And you sometimes you just need to shake it off and get yourself back in the groove. And that's why I always feel like in my interviews that question is always important.
Yeah.
Because I want to give out free game.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? You gotta give away all your gems and stuff, but I want to give out free game. I feel like that's another form of positivity to get people going. Like it's nice to know people's startup and their background. You know what I mean? Because that's important. And during this pandemic, it's actually been a lot of people who then took horrible situations and turned it to something. You know what I mean? I did not expect this.
Me neither.
You know what I mean?
I mean, you got a lot of time in the house, so I mean,
yeah,
you got a lot of time to think and stuff. And then people, another side to it is some people didn't do anything.
Yeah.
And a lot of people beat themselves up about it, but we're in a pandemic, people, you didn't have to come out with a multi-million-dollar, layout right now. It's okay to just sit there and be okay, because you're living, so that's the first thing. Mm-hmm. You have to constantly be on yourself.
Mm-hmm. So I tell people, a lot of times, on your own time.
Yeah. And
I've had a lot of conversations with people, where people congratulate me and they say, oh, well, I couldn't have did it. I respond on your own time because you don't have to do it right now. You know what I mean? It'll come to you when it comes to you. Yeah. When it comes to you, you got it.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So don't take what I'm doing or what the next person is doing and just say, I'm nothing. Right. You know what I mean? And that's why, like I said,
doing this and I'm just sitting here not doing anything. Yeah, you can't, woe is me.
You can't do that.
You can't, woe is me, because nobody's going to do it for you.
You
got people that'll help you. You got people that'll support you, but you have to do it.
You got to want it.
To be the motivation. Yeah. I work 48 hours a week. Mm-hmm. And my thing is I have to come home. Even the days that I work, not even like my days off, the days that I work, I have to come in and devote an hour to my brand. If it's just strategizing, brainstorming, what can I do for next year? Yeah. You gotta devote yourself.
Yeah, I definitely do that because I just started back working and I don't have as much free time, but I still make sure to make time to do this. Right. I gotta work today, but this is important to me. You know what I mean? And so when I say on your own time, it's not necessarily meaning that you ain't nothing or like you lazy. It's just you gotta want it. You know what I mean? It gotta be something that you want to do.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So if it's something you want to do, you're going to do it.
Yeah.
So you take all the time you need. Or some people just need it to wind down during this time. You know what I mean? So don't beat yourself up about it. How do you continue to learn in order to stay on top of things?
You have to be open. Some people don't want to learn anything but what they know.
Yeah.
But sometimes, well, most of the time, in everybody's market, it's opening, it's brand new stuff, it's different ways of learning.
Yeah.
So you have to be open and no, that ain't what I do. I ain't never gonna learn that. No. I always want to have a conversation. I always want to know what somebody else in my circle knows.
Yeah.
Cause you have to be a forever learner.
Yeah.
You have to be a forever learner because you never know what gem you're gonna get and from who you're gonna get it from.
Yeah. I had a whole different route in mind. You know what I mean? And I'm learning right now. I say that to say that I'm learning right now.
Mm-hmm.
And I was nervous when I first started this. And you gotta be willing to learn and to be open.
Yeah.
You gotta be willing to open and network and connect. You know, that's how you stay on top of things. But what advice would you give to an afraid creative mind? You know, somebody who was just let me go a little bit into it. I know this worded a little, but to somebody who has all these ideas and who's really talented and they just don't know their potential. You know, say like one of your friends.
Mm-hmm.
And you know they got sketchbooks and like, or they rap and stuff like that, and they really talented, but they just scared to take that push. What is some advice that you would give them?
Do it scared.
That's the best.
That's
the best.
That is the best advice I can give anybody. When people say, "Well, I see you did that," I was scared as hell.
I was scared as hell.
Especially when you're doing something for the first time, like you know you can do it, but you don't know if you can do it.
Yeah.
But you won't know unless you do it.
Yeah,
so
you won't know.
Do it.
Mm-hmm. Leading us to our last one.
Okay.
So what's next?
What's next? For me, I am doing, I continue to do my podcast with my partner, T.O. Sneakerheads, More Than Sneakers Podcast on all streaming platforms.
Yeah.
I am working on my website.
I'm excited for that.
Yeah, so more blogging, more information.
Mm-hmm.
I'm invoking some of my sneaker friends.
Okay.
So a lot of my vlog is kind of like yours, but in my community.
Okay.
A lot of people think that sneakerheads, just, shoot each other and, scrape up last of what they have for these fashionable sneakers.
Yeah.
A lot of my friends are executives, business owners, lawyers, getting PhDs, they're doctors. So
Yeah.
I like to put another spin on people who like sneakers.
Yeah. Now, I'm looking at the vision board.
Mm-hmm.
Is that what that is? Is that what you're working on? Write it down, y'all. You write it, you're gonna work on it if you write it. You know what I mean?
Write it and put it in a room that you're in every day. That you gotta walk in, walk out. You have to look at it.
Yeah, promote yourself at all times. It's so many posts that I put out there, and it may not even get a like a shirt, but I might get a message. And I'm like, you know what I mean?
The people see it.
Everybody's watching, no matter what. But as far as the podcast, I'm gonna drop the link for all of that stuff down at the bottom. It was a pleasure getting the interview. Like I said, y'all, this was really, really important to me, and thank you.
Thank you.
Cut it off.